The growing recreational use of nitrous oxide, a gas once dismissed as harmless or even silly, is rapidly evolving into a deadly trend, and researchers are sounding the alarm. Beneath the innocent nickname, laughing gas, lies a chemical that, when abused, can maim or kill. And the way it's being marketed, sold, and glamorized on social media is disturbingly reminiscent of some of the most predatory tactics used by industries that have harmed public health for decades. Originally used as an anesthetic in dentistry and surgical settings, nitrous oxide is now being packaged in brightly colored canisters with names and flavors like Bomb Pop or Blueberry Mango. These aren't just catchy, they're calculated. They're made to attract curious, impressionable young people who may not understand the risk they're taking until it's too late. This is not an exaggeration. This is a public health time bomb, and the clock is ticking. According to the latest research, over 13 million Americans have misused nitrous oxide at some point in their lives. That's more than the population of several U.S. states combined. And while deaths related to nitrous oxide use have historically been low compared to more notorious substances like opioids or methamphetamine, the rate is no longer stable. It's accelerating. In fact, from 2019 to 2023, deaths linked to nitrous oxide poisoning increased by over 110%. That kind of surge doesn't just suggest a problem, it signals a growing crisis. And this isn't just about numbers. It's about the silent, long-term damage being done to bodies and brains. Inhalation of nitrous oxide can cause oxygen deprivation to the brain, numbness, and irreversible nerve damage. In severe cases, it causes paralysis. Some users have suffered frostbite from inhaling directly from pressurized canisters. Others have collapsed from sudden drops in blood pressure or died from cardiac arrest due to oxygen deprivation. It's a horrifying reality that is being wrapped up in bright, shiny packaging and sold as harmless fun. Even worse is the regulatory black hole nitrous oxide currently exists in. It is legally sold online and in smoke shops under the guise of being a culinary tool used to make whipped cream. This loophole allows it to be marketed with virtually no oversight. The fact that a teenager can go online and have a flavored nitrous oxide canister delivered to their doorstep in a matter of days, or even hours, is nothing short of insane. No ID checks. No warnings. No restrictions. It's like handing out matches in a dry forest and acting surprised when the trees catch fire. We've seen this before. The tactics being used to sell nitrous oxide mirror those used by the tobacco industry in the 20th century. Back then, cigarettes were pitched with cartoons and catchy flavors to draw in young users. It took decades of research, regulation, and lawsuits to push that industry back. And now here we are again, watching history repeat itself, this time with gas. And social media is pouring gasoline on the flames. Videos of teens and college students sucking nitrous oxide from balloons or pressurized canisters are going viral across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. These videos trivialize the experience, showing people giggling or passing out with no context about the potential dangers. But behind the laughs are real hospitalizations, real poisonings, and real lives being destroyed. The algorithm doesn't care about warnings. It cares about engagement. And that is terrifying. There's also the psychological normalization happening here. When something is everywhere, brightly colored, and available without a prescription or even an age restriction, it begins to feel safe. That's part of what makes nitrous oxide so dangerous. It doesn't feel like a drug. It feels like a novelty. But this novelty comes with a price, and it can be permanent. Researchers like Andrew Yockey and Rachel Hoopsick are sounding the alarm, but it's not enough. They're calling for urgent policy interventions, restrictions on who can sell nitrous oxide, how it's packaged, and where it can be advertised. But as of now, those policies are non-existent. And in their absence, the market is flooding with new products weekly. As Yockey noted, some of these brands weren't even here a week ago. The problem isn't just growing, it's evolving faster than regulators can react. So, where does this leave us? In a deeply precarious place. We're watching a new wave of substance misuse unfold in real time, driven by flashy marketing, fueled by online trends, and ignored by a regulatory system that seems paralyzed by bureaucracy or indifference. Unless policymakers step in with real restrictions, We are going to see more young people suffer paralysis, nerve damage, brain injuries, or worse. We will see more families blindsided by the preventable deaths of their children. And we will see yet another substance spiral out of control because it was allowed to masquerade as harmless fun for too long. The warnings are here. The data is in. The question now is whether anyone in power is actually listening, or if this will become just another tragedy we only take seriously after it's too late.